Hello everyone. This should look familiar. I am of course on the world download for the first world of the server. And I'm on here because, well, you remember this guy, right? Standing over town, being just a cool skeleton that he is. Oh, I never finished this, did I? I never even started it. We'll try and do that this time. We're hoping to have more UHCs, so... Anyway, you remember this guy, right? Sans the skeleton. Best character in Undertale. This is your daily reminder. If you haven't played Undertale, go and play it. It is one of the best games I've ever played. It is one of my favourite games ever. It is amazing. Go and play it. But yes. Now, as I've been saying, mentioned it in a couple of episodes now, I think, we have Sans here. And I think we need the counterpart. I think we need his brother, Papyrus. So I got some materials together and I did a thing. And there he is, the great Papyrus, watching over the server. And that was the day I learned, or 2 days technically, I did do it in 2 parts, because I was running out of disk space after the first one. I learned that pixel art takes a really damn long time. I think this is the first time I've done proper full-scale big pixel art in Minecraft. I do not envy Mumbo for building Shrek on Hermitcraft, because I've only had to deal with 2 colours. So that couldn't have been much fun. Anyway, yeah, all done. So I've got all my equipment back. Well, I've got it back, I've rebuilt. So I've got Sword 2, Precision Pick 2, didn't lose those, the Rapid 2, I've got new armour, and I've also been back to the end, sort out an end city, got some elytra, oh yeah. I need to get a punch bow so I can do the trick where you can just keep going, firing at yourself to go upwards. But yeah, pair of elytra. Totally awesome. Let's take those back off for now. So, I mean, that's one thing done. That was, what, just under 3 hours of building to do that? So that's that project complete. I love the fact that there's a good view of him from in here. If I just stand on the anvil, it's a good view of Papyrus just there. Anyway, the thing I want to move on to now is looking at my base. And there's the dragon head, because I wasn't going to forget to grab that off the ship before I left. I did have to go a pretty long way to find the end city I went to, but made it okay, didn't lose any items, so, you know, all good. I've got my chorus plant farm growing here. I've decided that the best way, really, to deal with chorus plants is actually to nanny them, to be honest. They are really not a crop you can automate in any way. You can't break these automatically, because if you break them with a piston, they just break, they don't drop the flowers. Really the best thing to do is to watch them, or check on them at least. And if you see, it's not going to give me one to demonstrate with, is it? Oh, there we go, there's one. If you see a withered flower, well, I mean, this entire one could come down because it's only got one branch. If you see a withered flower, you can break that, and it'll, if for example, hello, so I might as well grab you. If, for example, that one withered, taking it out might give these more room to grow, because they're not going to want to grow sideways while that's there. But if that one withered and I take it out, it should let them grow that way. It doesn't mean they will, but it'll allow them to. But yeah, I've put ice in here. This is almost all the ice I have over here, but it'll do, just so that when the water flows out, it gets the items down faster. I've got plenty. I'm not short on chorus plant stuff. But I mean, I mostly just went to the end and harvested a ton. Still got loads here as well. Let's put my elytra away for now. You know, honestly, as awesome as the elytra are, I don't think I'm going to carry them with me all the time. I think they're too valuable to risk. I mean, if I want them, I can just stick my ender chest down and grab them, since I carry my ender chest around. So that, you know, they're always at hand. But we're going to be revoting on the Ender Dragon dropping elytra. After that, I might be a bit less tentative about it, because they'll be easier to replace. So I've been doing a little bit of digging over here. Eventually I want this entire area to be flat down at the bottom, but that's not a huge priority. So I've already seen this grass platform, which is spawning mobs, which is nice, I guess. I've gone around the edge with the purpose stairs, and this is the design I made in creative. And there would be blue stained clay down here. And it's a nice design, I really like it, but I think I need to add something to it, because as it is, if I do the entire wall all the way around like that, that is a lot of purple. And I don't mean it's a lot so it'll be a pain to gather it all, I mean it's a lot all sort of one colour. I mean the clay will break it up, but it's still... I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my purple, but that's going to be a bit much, I think. So I'm going to have to experiment with some different block types. I mean, I was going to have to adapt the design to get around smaller parts anyway. So I'll probably fiddle about with that. I might do some of that in this episode. But yeah, I do like the stairs going up, and then the pillars, and then the clay. In fact, I'll probably just go onto my creative world in a minute and show you the design as I originally made it. Or put it on screen since I've got screenshots of it. Over here, somewhere, it's getting dark. You die. Nothing creeping up on me. Over here, I've got a hole that I've dug all the way down for where a minecart elevator is going to go to the zombie farm. So this staircase will be going away before too long, which is good. And that's about all there is to say on this at this particular moment until I've made some more progress. Hopefully there's no reason lurking right up here to blow me up. Creepers there. Hello. Yeah, 1.9's combat. Getting used to it. Getting used to it. It's getting to the point where there aren't many reasons why people should hate 1.9. The combat isn't that bad. Oh god, there's a creeper right there. Who was that? Go away. Mobs everywhere. I need to light this area up, really. What was I saying? Yeah, 1.9. Mending is amazing. The elytra are amazing. The new end stuff is amazing, including the blocks. And the combat is not as bad as people make out. So, you know, I love 1.9. I think 1.9 is great. New command blocks are amazing, but obviously a lot of people don't use those. But as someone who does mess about with command blocks, new ones are amazing. Hello. XP out of nowhere. Anyway, yeah. I'm probably going to show you the creative world next. Actually, there's one other thing I might show you first. If I can get out the door. So, one thing I've worked on is making this look presentable, because it was just a hole around, well, the cave that the obsidian carved out when it spawns in, and then the staircase is up. So I've made this look presentable. People are welcome to come up with a more permanent design for this area, but I just wanted it to look relatively nice. I've suggested that the path that goes to when we build an Enderman farm, it should be out there and the path will go that way. But, yeah, whatever. So there are a number of portals, well, gateways spawned in now. People have been fighting dragons. This is the portal that I used to get my elytra. And I just want to give you an idea of how far away I had to go. This one was unused when I came to it, which was the whole reason I picked it. I built this cobble path up to it. So I'm just going to go through, grab the coordinates before I get lost. 286. And yeah, I've already got those written down actually. And I know technically I should use Back Conjurer for this, but meh. That's Fispin's Bridge, which goes all the way back to the central island. Still not entirely sure why I built that. But I came out this way, over here. If I can remember, I bet I'll remember. Roughly anyway. And then I believe it was over here. across here, I think. And then no, yes, from there across to here, and then I built up here, across here. The weird thing is, I get really nervous bridging out between the islands. The prospect of it excuse me. The prospect of it terrified me. And yet once I got to about here, where looking straight down I could see nothing but the void, I was calmer. It's so weird. Why would I be calmer when there isn't land near me than when there is? But over here, and then I got hit by a shulker and levitated up here, so I landed on the chorus plant, and then I pillared up, still bits of my pillar left, and this is where I got my elytra from, and my dragon head. So, yeah, that's how far I travelled. Could have been further, but it was quite a long way. And then just coming back, I noticed that looks like someone has started bridging out. I hope it's centred. I suppose they haven't. It doesn't look like they've bridged out that far, so it can be moved over if it has to be, but I really hope that's centred, because it'll annoy me if it's not. It should be centred on 0, I think. Yeah, 0. Yep. So I believe it is. Yeah, that's centred on 0. So how far down is that if I want to dig through and make the staircase? "47, 46, 45, okay. So if I dig down to 45, I'm already at 45, okay, straight through then. At a later stage you might make this a full staircase that goes all the way down, which means it'll be a staircase through the void because it'll go out the bottom of the island, which could be pretty cool. Have to build it very carefully. Let's just break through here, shouldn't be too far. Shouldn't be too far, come on. There it is. Oh, I won't bore you with this, I'll just finish this off camera. Okay, this isn't actually a test world, it's a copy of the server backup we made about a week ago. So here's the design as it currently is with the cladding. And continuing it on straight away, you can see I need at least 3 sets of stairs for this pattern to work. So straight away it's just not going to translate onto the next part of the circle. So I've tried a few different things. I've tried some wood and I really don't think it goes. It just does not match up well there. Nether brick I think is the main thing because I quite like this. The contrast is good. It's a colour that sort of matches because there's a sort of reddish purpley kind of tint to nether brick. I'm not sure what I'll do with these large panels, but as we go around the side we've got a few different options I've tried. We can have straight up nether brick, which is a bit plain. We've got purple stairs and nether fences with the clay in the back, and I quite like that. The fences with the clay in the back I think works quite well. So we can have the block up at the top, fence up at the top, or using stairs instead of blocks. I kinda like this one. So starting with a fence under the stairs and alternating fences and blocks and having the clay in the back, I think that works quite well. So I might try implementing that around on this side of the circle and see how it looks. I think I like that. My hand has been forced here. I had to block at the top because right behind it we have the, well, not here, not on that part, but on this one. So I couldn't put a fence there, so it's got to be fence one down, which is fine. I think I like that. It's very contrasty with the purple now, though. I feel like I need more purple now. What about... I know I like the clay in the back, but let's try this. This is why I don't do aesthetics usually in Minecraft. This is why I'm terrible at them, because I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea what I'm doing. I just throw things together. I don't know. I think I prefer that. It'll make it easier if I don't have to get any clay. I mean, that would be a lot of lapis. You know, which I could do, but it's just nice if I don't have to. So I think I do kind of prefer this because it's got more of the purple in there. So it's a little bit brighter at the back and it carries the colour through a bit more. Yeah. I think I might go with that. At least on one I'll build this 75 like that then, I guess. And then maybe I'll see what the feedback is. If you've got any thoughts on it, leave comments. I never get comments on my videos. I would love to get comments on my videos. Please tell me what you think. I'd love to have input. But yeah, I think I'll go with that. I'll build the 75 in that style, and then maybe I might try different things when I come to do the next one. I might even do all of them different, although I doubt it. I really doubt I'll do that, but I might. We'll see. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. I did want the clay in there, but I think on balance it is better with the purple. Maybe I'll find somewhere else to incorporate the clay. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. I think I'll go with that. This is all that's left of my entire supply of netherrack. Well, I've got like one piece at my townhouse, but... So I smelted down all of my netherrack. This is all I've got left, the rest has gone into this. I've got a portal over here now, because I was fed up running back and forth, and also once I started to close this up, it was a pain to get in here. But that's all done. This will all be dug down to probably Y65. I'm getting flashbacks to the interstice, which, for anyone who didn't watch the first part of Season 1, is what my base was called, where I was digging a huge hole into an extreme hills on my single player for the first 18 episodes of Season 1. But I've got a portal here now, so I'll just hop over. Whoa, what? Why? Why am I on fire? Is there lava right here? No. Oh, there's some there. But that shouldn't have... That's weird. Let's just... deal with that. Yeah, I got one extra piece of netherrack. This tunnel had a bunch of quartz in it that I've mined out. This tunnel's just over here by my horse pen. So, anyway, back to what I was doing before I was rudely interrupted by getting set on fire for no reason. There it is. I'm still not 100% sold on it, but I think I'm going to stick with it because it does look pretty cool. The contrast is interesting, to say the least. I think I need to do something with these diagonal parts because it's just a block of purple. And yeah, I think that needs breaking up, but I'm not really sure how best to do it. I might play around with it. But yeah, this is the finished wall around the platform. So this one is now completely finished, really. The grass is done, the lighting's done, the walls are done. I just need to dig out the inside. But that's where all my nether brick's gone. Yeah. So there's that. Oh, it's nice having ender pearls. In other news, I didn't show you the name of my elytra. This is a reference to a webcomic, or, well, really, a graphic novel called Unsounded. Look it up, it is amazing. It is rated 15 plus for violence, language, and mild nudity, but it is a phenomenal story. Unsounded, look it up. And then this is an XKCD reference. I might as well tell you what all the references are. You've had a couple of weeks to guess, those of you who've been trying, which is probably no one. That's an XKCD reference. Import anti-gravity. This is my punch 2 bow for flight, which I'll probably try out in a second. A herring obviously is Monty Python. You must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring. Pointed stick is Monty Python. That is Fire Emblem, specifically Fire Emblem Awakening, where Crom uses the Fire Emblem as a shield. The sword is from Homestuck, or specifically Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Well, no, it's from Homestuck, but yeah, Homestuck. And my armour. This is a helmet, Goblins webcomic. Twisty Freshness, Jacksepticeye. Bone Truzzles, Undertale, obviously, Papyrus, Bone Truzzle, hello. And Falcon's Boots. The Falcon's Boot was Slip's spawner at the fortress, which you should remember from last season, because we rebuilt it. So, yeah, that's what they're all references to. References up the wazoo. I'm a bit annoyed that I've got 2 Monty Python ones, but meh. That's probably going to be it for this episode. Well, no, because I'm going to go up and try the bow out, which means I need to go and get it. Helps if you bring it with you. Right, best place to launch from is probably going to be on top of that. Now, I haven't really had much practice at this. I've messed about on a creative world with a Punch 1000 bow because I wanted to see how ridiculous it was. But I haven't had practice with a proper Punch 2 bow, which will behave differently because the server will be able to actually keep up with my movement. Okay. Let's launch off in the direction that's got the lowest land, I guess. It makes sense. Well, over the water, I suppose. That way, even if I mess up, I won't get hurt landing. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Up we go. Up we go. Here we go. How high am I? 130? I'm 40. 160, 170. Nice. Come on, one more. Okay, there we go. And now let's just fly. So yes, that is going to be it for this episode. If you've enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, share, favourite and comment, help support the channel. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date what's going on. I am getting lost. I have no idea where I'm going. I need to go up for a start, come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Balls. I'm still flying. I'm still in gliding pose in the water. That is interesting. You can kind of swim with a light trap. That looks so stupid. Can I get out of the water? That would be nice. I suspect I'm going to struggle to launch myself. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, share, favourite and comment, help support the channel. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with what's going on. And subscribe if you want to see more. I've got to go about 600 blocks this way. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Look at this guy. Super zombie. I think his armour must have depth strider, because I don't know how else he could fight the current. That's funny though. Super zombie.